lifting up Jesus, opening his word from Australia, Denmark, Israel, Japan, New Zealand, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Singapore, South Africa, United Kingdom, Thailand, the Philippines, United States, and throughout the world. You're watching Moriel TV. Hi, this is Tim with Moriel TV and Moriel Radio, here with James Jacob Prasch, live back and home in England. Jacob, one of the believers had the question, more of the comment. It says, I disagree with two of my favorite teachers, Dave Hunt and Jacob Prasch, on the revived Roman Empire of Daniel's prophecy being the EU. I believe the iron is globalism, multiculturalism, and the clay is the church. The Roman Empire was the first world empire where race or religion did not bar you from citizenship as long as you submitted to Caesar as supreme ruler you were in. What do you see within the contemporary church of people moldable by God, i.e. clay, today? An ever-increasing capitulation to globalism and the interfaith movement.
First of all, you would have to better justify your equating clay with the church or with people. This is something you'd have to support with some of the scripture. You need some scriptural basis to do it. There's nothing in the plain reading of the text of Daniel chapter 2 that would indicate that. Now, personally, I have never said that the EU are the 10. I've only said the EU is the embryo of it, the embryo of what will become it. I never actually said that that was it. But I know of no scriptural passages that would equate clay with the church or with people in that sense of trying to articulate with the iron and the church trying to unite with the state in that sense. What these scriptures do more clearly describe, when we look at the Babylon motif, is a union of religion, politics, and economy. But the iron and the clay, almost certainly in the context, speaks of nations, the two legs that were there. You have an additional problem. In the book Shadows of the Beast, I do lend some credence to the view that there will be 10 global trade blocs, Comic-Con being one of them, or ASEAN being another, or NAFTA being another, or the EU being another, or the OAU being another. I do look at that possibility. However, you have to understand something. There are major areas of the world, major areas, most of Central Asia, most of the Middle East, much of the Far East, even to this day, where there are very few Christians. You've got countries like Saudi Arabia where there almost are no Christians except for a handful. Countries like Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan where there are Christians, they're a very distinct minority, and they're not trying to cling to the world or to the political system or to the government. The church in these countries in Central Asia, mainly Islamic countries, is persecuted. The church in Pakistan is persecuted. To a degree, it's persecuted in India. India being predominantly Hindu, Sikh, and Muslim. Christians are only the fourth religion demographically, although it is growing. Bangladesh, predominantly Muslim. Now, the churches are growing in these countries, including Indonesia, and certainly including China, from where I've recently returned. They're growing, but they're not trying to stick to the iron. They're persecuted religious minorities. What you say simply does not add up with the geopolitical realities, and your case is not well supported from Scripture, with all due respect. Thank you so much for your question, however. We do appreciate you asking. My name is Jacob Prasch. God bless. Blessings, dear friends. Greetings in Jesus. This is your friend Jacob Prasch speaking to you at the moment from the UK. You know, so many of the questions we get in our Roku broadcast and on our Vimeo clips and on YouTube deal with subjects that we deal with much more extensively in our books. We can't, for the sake of brevity, go into the kind of depth in a TV broadcast we can actually go into in a book. But so many of the questions come from material that are expounded in the books on a much more broader scale that it's almost frustrating sometimes that we can't spend hours and hours answering the questions that are given to us. Obviously, practicality dictates that's not a possibility. The books are there. They're available. They're available in print through the Moriel catalog on the Moriel website, moriel.org. But in this day of Kindle and electronic books, they're also available through Amazon, and they're available through Kindle. The three books that would be the most referred to in the questions we receive are the three latest books. The first being The Dilemma of Laodicea. The Dilemma of Laodicea. It's an exposition of the seven churches in Revelation, culminating with the final two churches, Philadelphia and Laodicea particularly, setting the stage for the return of Jesus. The Dilemma of Laodicea would be the first. The second would be Shadows of the Beast. Shadows of the Beast. How the coming Antichrist, how his identity will be revealed to the faithful church. The rapture will not happen, absolutely not happen, until the faithful church knows who the ultimate beast of Revelation is. That is the Antichrist and also the false prophet. How the identity of the coming Antichrist will be revealed to the faithful church. Shadows of the Beast, the second book. And the final and latest one, Harpazo, what the scripture actually teaches about the rapture, the snatching away which takes place between the sixth and seventh seals in the book of Revelation. So these three books, The Dilemma of Laodicea, Shadows of the Beast, and Harpazo, all available on the Moriel catalog, all available through Amazon, and all easily available electronically by Kindle. Thank you so much, dear friends. God bless. May Jesus be with you.